Hi, I'm Dana K. White of aslobcomesclean.com. I'm also the author of How to Manage Your Home Without Losing Your Mind. And I'm going to declutter this cabinet today. I know that there's stuff in here that I don't even care about because I never opened this cabinet. Here we go. Let's see what's inside. I'd say it maybe deserves a decluttering project. The only supplies I need are a black trash bag, and donatable donate box. You see I've got donate written on there. Super doesn't look pretty, but nobody cares because the point of a donate box being donatable is that I am not going to keep this box. I'm not going to reuse it. I'm just going to send it off to the place where I donate my stuff with the stuff that's in it. Once I put something in here, it's gone forever. Yay! Space like this could potentially possibly be overwhelming. Here's how I get through that. I do the easiest of the easy stuff. That's what I'm gonna do first. The easiest of the easy stuff is the trash. Here's an empty plastic bag. Yeah, it's trash. And I'm also gonna go for just obvious donations, okay? Because I have 2 decluttering questions, only 2, but I don't even have to ask myself about some of those. It's just a matter of looking through here and going, oh yeah, Okay, let's see what we've got. Nobody's used this in a really long time. I can get rid of it. I am going to go put this where it goes right now, because that's the key to not making a bigger mess when I declutter. This is easy. We're past this stage. This is guilt clutter. This is a videotape, a VHS videotape. We don't have a VHS to play anything anymore. That the teacher that I worked with when I was student teaching gave me of a play that they had done for me to watch. First of all, I don't think I ever watched it. And then I felt guilty because I never gave it back to her. It's been over 20 years. I feel guilty, but I'm gonna get rid of it. If you're watching, I think your name was Mrs. Henderson. I'm so sorry. Well, I have totally looked for this. It's this handy dandy little small thingy, but I never would have looked for it here. That's one of my decluttering questions. If I was looking for it, where would I look for it first? I know exactly where that is. I'm gonna take it there right now because this is not the place. I'm finding a bunch of school supplies in here, and the thing is, I would look for school supplies in here. Those things are gonna stay in there, so I'm gonna leave them in there. And my goal is to get enough other stuff out of there so I'll actually see it when I need it. You know what this is? It's a stamp of my face that I had done when I lived in Thailand, because they have these cool machines everywhere to do crazy stuff, like make a stamp out of your face, a picture of you, and you pose, and there it is. Anyway, yes, it brings back memories, but the ink is dried up. I don't know, because it's been like 18 years. Anyway, so I'm gonna throw this away. Moment of sadness. Okay, bye. I do use these again and again and again. I know that they're here, but they don't need to be all shoved like that. I'm going to consolidate and put them all into one of them. School supplies, yes, I totally look for those in there. Mailing supplies, office supplies, no, I look right over there in a cabinet right over there. So I'm gonna take it there right now. Okay, just having one of those decluttering moments of knowing that I looked in this cabinet for school supplies, looked in this cabinet before I went out and bought things like dividers. And there they were, but because this cabinet was such a mess, I didn't see the stuff I needed, even though I was looking for it right in this space. So I'm having thoughts about this one. I paid a lot of money for this. It's a car DVD player. There's part of me that goes, oh, maybe we would start using that again, but we don't. Because the kids are older, they all read, thankfully. They can all read in the car without getting sick. They all have Kindles, so they use those instead of these. And we've taken some trips and never even thought about needing this. But there's this thing that goes through my head. Wait a minute, I paid a lot of money for that. Maybe I could sell it. I would never actually get around to selling. So I just tell myself, you know what? Some mama is gonna be excited to find this in the thrift store. Like the best party game ever that I did look for on New Year's Eve and didn't find because of the mess in here. I assumed There was probably a bunch of stuff inside this bag, because why would anyone put a bag that's empty, shoved together, crumpled up into a cabinet where she would never look for a bag? Yeah, there's nothing in it. Always look, always look, always look. Never assume, never assume, never assume, never assume. Okay, because I knew what was in this. I assumed I knew what was in this. I didn't know what was in this. This is like super expired old stuff that I don't even need. Always look, always look, always look. Because it turns out I don't care about keeping my resumes. I just care about keeping the, you know, I don't know, 50, 60 of these. Yes. That I'm sure you've seen in other decluttering videos and other posts, and no, I don't know what to do with them. But anyway, I can get rid of half the stuff in here. That's half the volume of junk that was in this thing. That's good. That's decluttering. Because that's what it's about, right? It's about, no, I don't know what to do with this, but I do want to keep it. I need this space. So I get rid of things that are like, well, duh, that somehow blended in with this stuff that I do want to keep. Yeah. So I can keep something that I probably shouldn't keep. I'll just be honest with you. Because, you know, I would never send those out now because I look a little different. Anyway, yeah. But I can keep it because I have space that I'm making by getting rid of the stuff that is so stupidly obvious to me, but for some reason was sitting in there for who knows how long. So I'm finding a lot of memories shoved in here. So my two goals are go through them, actually look, so that I make sure they really are memories and not just junk that got shoved in along with the memories. That's my now humongous 13-year-old when he was in first grade. So I want to keep that. I have a songbook that I got from my youth group at church, you know, back in the 80s and 90s. Anyway, I want to keep that because I start looking through it and I'm like, yes, I want that. And I knew I had it somewhere, didn't know where it was. Anyway, so I'm trying to make space to keep these memories and contain them, have a limit to that. So my goal is that the top shelf, which you can't even see, anyway, that is going to be my personal memory shelf to keep. Contained space. You know the container concept? Read all about the container concept in this book or listen to my podcast about it. But go get the book because the book is the guide to putting all of this into practice in your own home. And it's written by me, so it's funny, okay? I'm sure at some point I put these scissors randomly shoved in the back because I thought to myself, well, this is where school supplies go. And school supplies, I mean, scissors are school supplies, right? Yeah, I don't look here for scissors. I look in my kitchen drawer for scissors. So I'm gonna go take it there right now. Yay, a big long extension cord like I'm never able to find when I need one because I would never look in here. But I know exactly where I would look, so I'm gonna go take it there right now. So I've been moving this around. Have you noticed that? It's been in there. I've been moving it around this whole entire time. Thinking, oh, well, it's really important. And then I actually opened it up because I have to always look. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I got another video camera case. I don't know why I kept this one. Donate box. So here's the box from my super fancy camera 2 cameras ago. I think it's okay to get rid of it, even though camera boxes are really important, right? I've found 3 chess sets. Yeah, we play chess pretty rarely, so I'm just gonna keep the one. That was pretty easy. Oh my word. These are my husband's drawings from when he was a kid. So I thought it was a box full of drawings. Drawings, yeah. It's not, guess what it is? Oh, I don't know, it's a 4th chess set. But this, I just decided, is the one we're going to keep because this is the really cool one from when he was a kid that he remembers that has all the moves written on the pieces. How cool is that? And if we're going to keep one chess set, why not keep the one that he loves? Can you see it? There we go. Oh, there's the top. I haven't worked on that. But this is from Just Decluttering. That's Just decluttering this space. I could stop now. Space would be better off. I am going to keep going, but that is one of my big things, as I talk about in my book, How to Manage Your Home Without Losing Your Mind, is finding ways to just make progress. I'm less overwhelmed if I know I can just declutter, and even if I don't have a perfect finished product, I am going to be better off because I got in there and I just decluttered. And progress is good. Better is good. Time to dig into this top shelf. School supplies. Okay, know exactly where those go. Right there. Well, that top shelf was surprisingly, amazingly easy. Trash, super crazy obvious stuff that was like, duh, like maybe, oh, I don't know, the old lady who swallowed a fly. Okay, so the top shelf has memories for me. Second shelf is games and acrylic sealers things, because this is where I would look for that, okay, for better or for worse. And then the bottom has school supplies and my own dance shoes, because this is where I would look for that. Okay, so I'm done. This space is a whole lot better. Did I organize? But I decluttered, and so it's a whole lot better than it was before. And the only stuff in here is the stuff that I would actually look for in here, and I can find it, I can see it, and I can get to it, and I can use it, because a whole lot of other stuff is gone. Go me, yay, decluttering. Make sure you pick up your copy of How to Manage Your Home Without Losing Your Mind. It's the guide to decluttering in your own home from the person who isn't perfect, who has to work through things like having 4 chess sets. If that's your kind of person, then this book is for you.